Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm taking you along to one of the most visually stunning and artistically vibrant places in Munich, the Lenbachhaus Museum. If you love aesthetics, beautiful design, and a splash of color, you're going to love this tour. Let's head inside. The museum is tucked away in Munich's gorgeous art district, the Kunstareal. The weather today was absolutely perfect for a stroll. Honestly, just walking down these tree-lined streets with the classic architecture peeking through the background gets you into the perfect creative mood. And here we are at the entrance. The architecture here is a masterpiece on its own. It seamlessly blends a historic 19th century villa with this ultra-modern shimmering golden wing. There's a lovely crowd here lined up today, which always means the energy inside is going to be amazing. As soon as you step through the doors, the vibe totally shifts. The museum sets a really cool immersive atmosphere right away with this massive multimedia projections and vintage clips running along the walls, catching your eyes as you transition through the gallery. Pro tip for any museum visit, always grab the audio guide. It completely changes how you experience the art. I'm just taking my time here, putting on the headphones and slowly wandering through this massive high-ceilinged rooms to really soak into the creative energy. I love how this place mixes classic art with modern technology. This room features a really neat glowing blue digital map projection on the wall, surrounded by black and white documentary photographs and sketches that tell a visual story of the city's past. These sketches were completely in the contemporary style and also conveyed a lot of intense stories through them. This particular painting completely made me stop in tracks. It's a massive, powerful piece of social realism depicting a family. The moody, earthy color palette and the raw expressions on their faces are so heavy and full of human story. Next, we are heading up to this grand wooden staircase to explore the upper levels. This wing has a gorgeous, minimalistic, dark grey aesthetic, creating a very peaceful, quiet environment that's dedicated to delicate works on paper. So as soon as we entered, I encountered these huge stones which looked like grinding stones of our Indian culture. But there was a huge story behind this which had explanation in German only, so I couldn't find out more on this. This section is incredibly soothing. It's filled with beautiful fine line landscape, sketches, detailed drawings of mountains, and an entire wall dedicated solely to the cloud studies. It's fascinating to see how carefully the artists studied the shapes of nature before making their big paintings. Look at the details. Moving further down the corridor, the artwork becomes a lot more abstract and modern. These pieces experiment heavily, those dark charcoal washes, fluid ink textures, and shadows, focusing entirely on capturing a feeling and movement rather than a realistic image. I loved how these have turned out. They are really abstract and have a lot of different dimensions in them. Just look at how beautifully this giant gallery wall is curated. They've arranged dozens of different sketches, frames, and art styles side by side. It is absolute eye candy for anyone who loves gallery walls and interior design. This is one of my favorites again. We are stepping into a bit of classic dream room next. This gallery highlights traditional 19th century oil paintings. The rich glowing colors and those massive heavy glided golden frames make you feel like you just walk straight into a European palace. Just look at them. They are so lovely, so classic. Gives me that royal feeling. Now for the absolute crown jewel of the Lenbachhaus, the Blaue Reiter collection. This is what the museum is world famous for. The energy in the room is insane. It's an absolute explosion of bold primary colors, abstract horses, and vibrant shaped, shapes like with a lot of color mixing and color theory in them. They break up that the stereotypical flat paintings and give the rooms a really cool, sophisticated three-dimensional dynamic. And this sculpture was really amazing. The way how it is placed and the way it casts shadow on each other. The perspectives have been really well explained. I love these contemporary pieces. They are highly textured copper square panels that are completely reflective. Because of the texture, the light shimmers and the art literally changes appearance depending on the angle you're standing at. They also have immersive video art installations on display. This video piece was so mesmerizing to watch. It's a contemporary performance loop focusing entirely on the rhythmic footsteps, sounds, and movements of a dancer on a glossy platform. How cool is that? Honestly, giving this entire expressionist wing a huge thumbs up. The way these artists used to, think about the way the art could be expressed is unimaginable. Every single canvas feels so alive and full of spirit. Upon the top floor, we came across some delicate modern sculptures in glass cases, and then the massive breathtaking textile tapestry which is there in the next section after this. So these were few sculptures which were preserved from the 19th century. The level of detail woven into the fabric to create this cozy textured scene is really mind-blowing. They've used different kinds of fabrics in order to form a kind of art. And look at this campfire carpet kind of thing. I just loved it. I was actually thinking of recreating it using the cloth pieces at home and form something like this. It's really cool. For the design and architecture lovers, they have these large interactive binders on the tables that you find. You can flip along these. It lets you look at the original structure blueprints, geometrical layouts, and floor plans of the museum itself. I was really mesmerized looking at how all of these were already, there through these 19th centuries and how well these were explained. If you're really into science and art, you can spend an entire day looking into the details detailings of these, and your mind would go really crazy. Of course, we had to end the day at the museum bookstore, and this one is easily one of the best in the city. It is a total aesthetic dream, packed with colorful art books, vibrant prints, and rows of postcards that make the perfect little souvenirs. We are finishing our tour with a look at the massive wall graphic mapping how all these legendary artists across Europe were interconnected. What an incredibly inspiring day out. Thank you so much for exploring the Lenbachhaus with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more European adventures, and I'll see you in the next vlog.